Thank you for inviting me to this. It's a great honour to be here. Yasmin was actually the first PhD student that I supervised myself. So it's a marvellous thing to see this project that I was there at the beginning of brought to this marvellous conclusion. And I think this is an absolutely terrific piece of work. I think what Yasmin brought to the project, which is quite unique, is a really nuanced understanding of the cultures and indeed the languages of many of the doctors that she was talking to. And I was going through the book again when I received my copy, and obviously I read many of these things in draft many times and commented on them many times. And it was so nice to go back to them and to see many of these really arresting quotes that I think capture something quite unique. I've been researching immigration now for the best part of 15 years, and I think what this is unique about this book, or very unusual about this book, is that it speaks to the experiences of a really high status group in society. It's called elite migrants for a reason. Doctors are a very highly respected group in society. But at the same time, these were doctors who were arriving in the 1960s and 1970s into a country where there was still a great deal of prejudice and discrimination, institutional prejudice, structural prejudice. And reading these accounts of very proud, very highly skilled, very high status individuals navigating the tensions that this produced. On the one hand, they were seen and saw themselves as esteemed members of the communities that they served, and on the other hand, they would encounter in some situations hostility or structural blockage. Many of them ended up as GPs because it was signaled to them in subtle and not so subtle ways that some paths within the NHS would be blocked to them, and this then led them into serving often neglected communities. So there's a lot of really complex strands, I think, to the research that Yasmin does a wonderful job of unraveling. And I think people researching migration and migrant integration will be making use of this work for many, many years to come. And I think as a final point, I would say, this is also a testament. This is also a historical document. What Yasmin has done a wonderful job of doing is to record the experiences and reflections of this group who made such a tremendous contribution to the NHS in a really critical time. And if she had not gone and gathered these interviews, then many of those reflections of these individuals would have been lost to all of us from that point onwards. So this is a marvellous document as a historical record, as well as anything else, of the vital contributions of a really important group. And, you know, I'm tremendously proud of the work that Yasmin has done on this, both as a former supervisor and as an academic colleague. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing this book launched into the world. That's about all I've got to say, really, other than, again, congratulations. And I've really enjoyed rereading it in preparation for this.